I'm sure you've heard of the battle motto, united we stand and divided we fall, and also the corollary, divide and conquer. In this position we see that the black rooks are united, which is one of the strategic goals, because they're very strong when they're working together like this. But another strategic idea in chess, when there are passed pawns, and we see here that white has this passed pawn, is to blockade it, which means to place a piece in its path to prevent it from moving further, and then to go to work on that pawn and try and capture it. So black does indeed move the rook up and block this pawn, but what it has also done is create an undefended piece here, power move number 3. And this can form the basis of a plan, and we see here that white now starts to slowly go to work on this rook. Also notice that white has another passed pawn here, and he pushes it to try and create another threat, which is to push this pawn, and we see that the bishop is along this diagonal, and this pawn can go all the way here, so black has to stop this pawn as well. Black first tries this by pushing this pawn, blocking the bishop's diagonal. Now I would like you to find a good place for this bishop, which will probably be a power move as usual. So pause the video and look for the best place for this bishop. Okay, this is really easy here. He really only has two options. He can move here, which attacks the queen, power move number 2, or he can move here, attacking the rook, but he sees that the advance of this pawn would chase the bishop back to this square anyway. And since we want to work on this rook, he moves here, attacking the queen, and now the queen has to run, and she runs here, attacking this pawn, which will help get rid of that little threat as well. So now let's go to work on this undefended rook here, power move number 3. So, power move weakness. So I'd like you to utilize all of the fighting principles that you learned in the book, the X-ray attack and the gang attack, and let's put together a plan to capitalize on this undefended piece. So pause the video and find a move which can slowly start to compromise that rook. Okay, the first thing we want to do is to create an X-ray and attack that rook. So the rook slides over, and also it goes along with grabbing an open file for the rook. Here the pawn is in its path, and black responds by capturing the pawn. Okay, and now notice that this pawn is attacked twice, once by this bishop and once by the rook, and it's defended twice. So let's try and initiate a gang attack. So pause the video and look for a move. Pause the video. This undefended rook is causing all kinds of problems for black, and I don't know if you found it, but it's very simply 3 attackers now, because we have 1, 2, and now we have 3. The queen can't capture this pawn, because if she captures it, the queen could simply capture, and the pawn would take, and the rook would be free to capture here. It would look something like this. The queen could capture, the queen would capture, pawn captures, and now white wins a piece. So on the next move, white will be free to actually capture with the pawn or capture with the rook, and creating another passed pawn, and with it the game. White went on to win this game, and this was just to illustrate how to form a plan based on the emergence of a power move, weakness.